But yeah, it's gone too far, and I guess let's segue into the next point. Pokemon, and in a good time as well. They definitely have made this announcement because of this McDonald's stuff. At least the timing, right? Like they may have made it like next week, they may have done it the week after, but they have now said like we are now. Let's just bring up the tweet.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look at it. So as you can see here, play Pokemon on Twitter. We're aware that some fans are experiencing difficulties purchasing certain Pokemon TCG products due to very high demand. Yeah, no shit. In response, we are reprinting impacted products at maximum capacity to ensure more fans can enjoy the TCG. And then more info here, and essentially.
Yeah. Everyone thinks this. Like I've seen so many things where people are like, "Oh, they're just going to reprint evolutions."
Yeah.
No. Like they're new stuff that is in play. Remember, this is Play Pokemon that tweeted this. This is about the Pokemon TCG. This is about playability. This is about the game. This is about everything to do with the actual cards. Evolutions doesn't matter that much, guys. Vivid, Rebel, Darkness, Champions, everything that is in playable meta right now, everything that people want to play the goddamn game, which is what it is. Yeah, that's the stuff that's going to be reprinted.
But I also thought of quite a funny thing where Pokemon TCG were like, "There's 10 printers here. Why weren't these on?" Like,
they just walked into a room and the next step went.
Like, why? That's maximum. Let's put these on. Like they were doing this anyway. They've just put it into words. Like, and I think that's quite obvious.
Wait, look at this. This is updated 5 minutes ago. I wonder what they updated. But yeah, I mean, I do agree with you to a certain extent, Tom. But I also disagree in a same breath. I think they would reprint evolutions. But they haven't got a choice. They can't. They have to get through. The new Shining Fates is underprinted and it's not even out yet, right? So they have to get through Shining Fates, then Vivid, then Darkness, then Champions Past. Even Champions Past still needs to be printed more. They have to get all the way back to the current imprint sets before they can even get back to the Cosmic Eclipse, and the Unified Minds now, before they didn't even go back and do Roaring Skies and Evolutions and stuff. So, I mean, people do need to be aware that they can print Evolutions, and I still think they actually will one day. And
100%.
Yeah, I think Evolutions is a bubble in itself anyway, like without that, but Pokemon could just come and pop that. And that has to be on people's minds. So if you're out there going to go spend 10 grand into 10 Evolutions boxes, just think about that. Like, we may be wrong, I might be wrong. It might continue to go up. It might be a 20 grand box in 20 years, but I wouldn't hedge my bets on it being that. And look at the set itself,
of this going into it. Like, in the last year, they've seen this constantly. If they're only making the announcement now, it's because they've got the equipment, they've got the room, they've got the staff, they've got the engineers, they've got like all of the logistics settled in place, like as a plan. They haven't just gone, "Oh, actually, should we print more? Yeah, let's put an update out."
Exactly. Yeah.
No, well, yes and no. I think that this is just to try and calm the nerves. I think this isn't a way to try and stop demand, because they're trying to scare people that they're going to print loads. I actually don't think they've got the capacity. I think they're just saying stuff.
I agree.
I think they're already doing it, and they're just telling us. I think they're just trying to scare some people, that the scalpers particularly. We're going to have loads of them, but I think you're right, Randolph. I don't think they have the ability to print all the sets. I don't see that.
They're doing this to reassure the collectors and the people who are hopeful, and they're doing this to scare the scalpers. And rightly so. It's a great decision, and obviously what Connor's saying there, it's not a negative thing. It's good that they're doing this. They need to scare people. They need to reassure people. But at the same time, we are talking about real life demand and real life capacity. If they could have printed to demand for Shining Fates, they would have done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe they made a mishap with like deciding on like, maybe we didn't put enough resources into it. Maybe COVID has been a bit of a stretch, but they are $1 billion company. They do have, media and data analysts there working for them. They do know what, and it worked though. This has worked. I've had a lot of friends reach out to me, a lot of people on Twitter saying, finally they're doing something. This has been their plan for time. They even said this about Champions Path. It's just nice that they're actually acknowledging us. That's the main point, and that's a success. They've not done this in the past realistically that often and come out and said this, but they're doing that, which does give us some hope. If you're talking about the UK and those who are watching us in the UK, I imagine it's the majority. Not everyone, but I imagine it's the majority. We are still screwed. Like the only way to succeed for them is to put a UK printing factory here. That's the only realistic way to get it to be what we want, because I don't know the ins and outs of it, but like shipping it from the USA is not the way forward. We know this because the supplier here has had to put someone on a boat and someone on a plane to meet demand. And when you're having that conversation, it's like, well, why not just stick one in, Wigan? I don't know why I keep using Wigan, but stick one there.
Average freight door to door from the America to the UK is 46 days. That's too long for a release.
Yeah.
For a worldwide release, it's too long.
And they're doing the right thing. It's sad as well because it's like Pokemon are doing the right thing. They're making better sets. They're making better cards. They're releasing more often. They're ticking every box they need to tick. It's just that the community is just blown up. It's blown up more than they would have thought, they would have expected, and it's also COVID right now as well. So it's tough, and we have to suck it up. At Pokemon, I have to just face the facts that as much as I throw my dummy out, I'm not going to get what I want, and that's fine. And the customers have to know we're not going to get. They're not going to get what they want.
I think the problem is with this release is this is a sentence from them. Reprinted products are expected to be available at retailers as soon as possible.
Yeah,
and it's like. Yeah, cool. That's no new information. You're a retailer, right? And they've not told you, we've boosted supply 5 times or whatever, that we are maximizing production. Well, of course you are, because you can sell absolutely. If you had a product and you could sell it all the time, then of course you'd maximize production. The fact of the matter is, demand is too high. It doesn't matter how much they maximize production right now, because the production pre-COVID was never meant to deal with this demand. And the deal with this sort of demand is it takes 12 months to 18 months to even set up these extra printers. And the irony would be that by the time they've done it, the demand will fall. And that's almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, they've had 12 months. They've had 12 months since this started to boom. Yeah. It was the very start of COVID where things started to creep and get better and get higher. Hidden Fates was already out. Hidden Fates sold out in 2019. That was a year and a half ago.
That's true.
Like,
you're right. You're so
realistically,
right,
they've probably been buying property pretty easily as well, because everyone's like, oh shit, my business has gone down. It's bad for them, but it's good for Pokemon if they can buy a new building. Like, do you know what I mean?
Weird example.
No, but there is stuff like that. Like, it's so much easier now if you want to go and buy a restaurant because they're all closed.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't know if this is like the inner workings of PSA, but put PSA in a comparison to Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon are just a different beast, right? Like, you know, so, if PSA want to go and get another building and hire some more graders, then okay, that's tough, yeah, but Pokemon, if they want to go and get another factory, best believe they can they can go and get that done. They're a $1 billion company worldwide, and that's the big...
Yeah, realistically, if you need to drop $100 million on an area, Pokemon can do it.
Yeah.
It's like saying Disney couldn't use the X-Men. Well, they could. They just bought Fox. Like,
yeah.
I was like, we got it now. Shut up.
and people look at Pokemon like people always like put this phrase around. The highest grossing media franchise in the world. Which that is true. That is a fact. But what's number 2? It's like Hello Kitty. It's not. We've got to realize it's worldwide. It's Japan included. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not just the West. It's not just UK. This is a worldwide company. Look at Pokemon Go. The Pokemon games, the TCG, the merchandise, they're a huge company. They know what they're doing. Yes, they would never have expected the demand right now because, like I say, even any data analysis would not have expected Logan Paul to do what he did. But he can't invent COVID. He didn't know that was going to happen. You can't expect the unexpected, otherwise you would, right? Yeah. So it's like they are catching up, as we all are in the entire world, but. They've got more capabilities than we think we have. And I think we have to put pressure on Pokemon,
Yeah, it's not going to change anytime soon. That's what I'd just say. Is like, I don't expect this announcement to come with loads of Pokemon products being
Cosmic Eclipse reprinted next week. It's just not, no.
So that's what I'm trying to say with this is, like, it's a bit of a silly thing from Pokemon, but it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
For the reasons you gave. But at the same time, if you, as collectors here, and we are all here, and as a retailer yourself, you know that this situation isn't changing for a long time yet, unfortunately. Hopefully they that means they are doing things, and that's all good.
To be fair to them, they do say for new Pokemon TCG expansions launching in the future.